Let's create a new curriculum. As it is curricula, we will go to add new. Curricula, as everybody knows, it is a grouped item assigned to users as a single entity. Now, coming to curricula ID, we can name whatever we want to. We will name it as creation is system is automatically filtered, system date, and we are checking actually to use that curriculum whatever we are creating to show that it is active. Curriculum type to what is the system will select any one of them. We name it as certification system. System will already have 10 priorities. We can set priorities. This is only shown as 5, but actually we can set 10 priorities. So that employee will be able to know what is the priority of the curriculum that he was assigned to. Coming to this incomplete, we usually, as a practice, we uncheck this button because self-incomplete means if there is a curriculum assigned to employee, even if employee has completed the courses which is under the curriculum, if we check this checkbox as self-incomplete, even if we have completed our own learning history, system will not take it as completed. So, as a practice, we usually uncheck this button.
Madhavi, this is Prasad here.
Yeah, Prasad.
Where do we maintain this priority? You said we can maintain up to 1 to 10, but we can see only 1 to 5.
In configuration, you can create priority.
Okay.
I'll navigate to that to that.
Okay.
And in which scenario we do force incomplete?
Force incomplete means there is a course and then there is a retraining happening. Like every 6 months, every 3 months, if there is any retraining mapped to that particular item, and if you want to show that employee has not completed, even if you take up the course, keeping this retraining in mind, if you select force incomplete, system will not accept that the course has completed for that employee. Now, what I am doing is, we have created curricula naming SAP. We will try to map some courses to the curriculum. What we have to do is, we can come to content. Here is where we assign courses to the curricula that we have created. Here, basically, assignment preference while we do it. Whatever curricula that we have created, say SuccessFactors, and the under content we have mapped around 4 to 5 courses. And this curricula, we can map it to the catalog, we can map it to assignment profile. Once we map catalog and assignment profile, this particular curricula will automatically, instead of doing manually, this entire curricula will go to will get assigned to the users whoever are there under the particular domain. So that is the reason we can assign curricula to all employees, either through assignment profiles also as well as through catalog. Only if the employees who belong to the particular catalog as well as the domain. Now coming to front-end, so when we click on edit button, we will have options to assign courses or assign requirements or subcurriculum. Subcurriculum means, say, as an example, we have something called security education. That is a curricula. It is, and that particular curricula has two courses, and security basics, which can mean that basic security as a subcurricula, and under that we can have senior items. So we can have, let me go to that one. If you see here, we have items, requirements, and subcurricula. So under related area, from then, if we select just add button, we will be able to add all of these three entities to the curricula that we have created. Now coming to items, we can search for the item that is also existing in the system, or we also going to create some item. First, create your item that you want to match to the curricula, then come back to curricula and add these items as an entity. Now we will go for search and pick some courses which is already existing in the system and match it to SuccessFactors curricula. There are two courses related to fire extinguisher workshop and safety, and select fire extinguishers as my item under curricula, and then choose these two courses as my subcurricula. Okay. So after selecting the courses as Madhuri, what is the purpose or benefit of adding them in subcurricula? What is the benefit or purpose? If you want to differentiate between the curricula only, there are 10 items you say you have 10 different items, and then you want to tell the employee based on the courses that is matched to the particular curricula, based on the priority wise and which course to take first. So all this for employees to make them understand, to make it more convenient, you will do this. So if you want to remove, you can always select the checkbox and remove. What we will do is, we will go back to the content and select the curricula. if you see here, I have already created a curricula and that description I have given as SuccessFactors, but then I add an item which is related to direct solution. I can go and anytime change my description here. And name it as date. After we creating any item or anything related under the core area, once we make any changes, we will have the save button here. If we don't make any changes, if we want to return, once we make any kind of changes here, we can select the save button so that whatever we have made is get saved. Now, for this particular safety pilot as a curricula, you have assigned a course called Direct Solution Workshop. We will go and add one subcurricular. We'll check if add button is already available. If we select subcurricular, we'll see it here. Now coming back to my problem. Choose I want those two courses under subcurriculum to make it more clear to you. I will show how the system is behaving and also I should understand it. We are going to this under this curriculum and then go back to our curriculum which we have just created and what is that. We will not just access subcurriculum to the main curriculum. Good. So this is our subcurriculum. Under content, we have these two items which is transfer over subcurriculum. Go back to knowledge and navigate to curricular entities. LinkedIn, External for LBS. Madhavi, not able to hear you. Sorry? Madhavi, yeah.
She's on mute.
One minute, not.
Priyanka, Madhavi is checking.
Sorry?
Madhavi is cross-checking.
Sorry. Your daughter, Madhavi? No, yeah. That's my next one. Yes, certainly important to my room. I'm interested. So, what I'm doing is, let me search for the curriculum that we have added. Now, every time our description of whatever we are including may not be curricula or whatever. So you can always go and wiggle your button to the icon so that you will know what you have actually added here. If you see, it will tell that this is an item and this is a curricula or curricula, whether it is a requirement, whatever it is. Only when looking at the description, you will not be able to know. And not it will tell anywhere that this is an item. Only by looking at this icon, you will be able to make it. So, whatever your item added, so make sure that with the help of these items, you will be able to know. Now, there is a PDF. I'll just show you so that you can understand. Madam, there is a retailing. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Hello, I can hear you. Yeah, Madhavi, why there is a retraining button appearing beside the curricula? There is refresh kind of button. Refresh, right? Retraining. Retraining was, this is an item, right? And not a curricula. Retraining button is available only for an item and not for the curricula. Retraining is nothing but, say, there is a course, every 6 months employee should be able to take a safety course. Or code of conduct or anything related to policies, which company has. So they say, right, every year we should be able to take up the course, every 6 months we should be able to take up COPC course or values related course and all. So for that we have to tell the system that every 6 months you should retake the same course. For this purpose we have this training button. So there are some items and that is particularly for items. So under item section only we see using the retraining option. So for any one of the course, I'll have revision as well as retraining for some of the courses, and that shows you what we are doing. Where all we are including them.
Madhavi, can you show us the screen? Retraining screen.
Yes. I'm just showing you there is a diagram that Priyanka raises this question. Yes, madam. So, here we have clearly given an example of what curricula means. There is a curriculum called as safety electrician. There is an icon here. This diagram is nothing but this particular diagram, which is curriculum. Here these two are items. So there is a curriculum called as safety electrician. They have assigned two items. They have created another curriculum and named it as safety basics and named it as subcurricula. This is the subcurricula and they have two more items matched to the safety basics. Marking and what is the marking? You're not able to see the screen up. But then my screen is there. And what you were
there's a design of
okay. You can see the screen right now, everybody?
Yeah.
You want me to insert image or?
No, Madhuri, actually, when you are speaking, right?
Yeah.
After you speak for some time, the screen is coming up. So there's a delay in the screen coming up always. So don't be little slow. Not
so here,
now we can see the screen now.
so now there is no changes in the screen, so I have left this screen as of it. If you see here, I'll repeat it again. This is a curricula, this is the image of an item, and this is the image of a curricula. There is a curricula called safety electrician, and they created a subcurricula as safety basics and assigned two items to the subcurricula and two items to curricula also. So when a curricula of safety electrician is assigned to employee, this entire list will go to employee under their learning assignment. So learning plan means we will have these four items together under this learning plan. But if you see the image here, under my learning, and I'm taking an employee's learning stream. So system of business readiness. Don't you see it? Right? Yeah, I mean, everything customer has selected it is taking service.
Everyone
Madhuri, I believe your bandwidth has been reduced because there is some pause while you are
No, button. Yeah, I minute. Hello? Yeah, okay. No, when Shiva said that, it is month end, right? So maybe the consumption of the quota which is assigned bandwidth,
Still we are in mid of the month.
In 30 minutes. Madhuri, మీ సైడ్ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ కూడా ఉన్నది మాధురి. అంటే హెడ్సెట్ లో ప్రాబ్లమ్ మరి నాకు తెలీదు, కానీ అదే బాగా నాయిస్ వస్తుంది. ఇందుకు ముందే తెలీదు ఉంది అంటే కాదు. అంటే నిన్న కూడా నేను అడిగాను చూడండి, మీరు నిన్న అడిగాను చూడండి, మీరు స్పీకర్ లో ఉన్నారా లేకపోతే హెడ్సెట్ మీద ఉన్నారా అని. అంటే అది గిజ్ సౌండ్ వస్తుంది అనమాట. అంటే నాకు అలాగా అనిపించలేదు. అది మీ ప్రాబ్లం అనేది అర్థం అవుతుంది. curriculum. My God. The same curricula still have little fewer particular curricula. If we want to create any subcurricula, we will go create a subcurricula and add the subcurricula to our curricula. Now, whatever we have map items, subcurricula to curricula, that will be added to the catalog. Now, once the particular curriculum is added to a catalog, we can even associate a curricula to a dashboard. like yesterday, I just Priyanka, you were asking like, what about for people who are like managers or team leads which we want to assign in items and all. So in the beginning, there is a job code. That is job code we can use in the math curricula. Now, if we match curricula to a job code, when there is a hiring happening, then an employee is being assigned a job code for which this particular curriculum is mapped. So automatically, once that employee joins in a company and he is assigned with a job code, automatically system will match the curricula that is mapped to the job code. The moment he joins, all of the list of curricula which is like mapped with the job code will go into this learning item. So, and that particular learning item, if there is any date specified, say this is like every 3 months or whatever it is, anything is related, if they have given me effective date after joining, he has to complete this within 3 months and all. So all these things can be given automatically with the help of job code. The curriculum also will get mapped to employee whoever is getting hired. So this is there. So we'll go and see how they have created. Coming to terminology, when we are creating the curriculum, we are handling
what is job code?
Job code is a position, right? A manager, or a finance manager, or a like it's a chain like SAP. We have a position. First positions are there with the help of job code only. We are having positions. So job code is basically created in employee central. Employee central, if there is no employee central, then we can create job codes even in LMS system as which is a standalone system. Now, say manager. That is the job code. What manager? Finance manager, admin manager, IT manager, whatever manager, that will become position. So job code is something but manager, CEO, or all these come under job code. So if we want to say instead of creating instead of user being hired later on, we are manually assigning courses, creating the courses and mapping that to curricula, assigning that to curricula separately. Instead of that, we can even whatever curricula that we have created, if we are not going to do all these, admins are the ones who are going to do. And then we will train the admin by providing all these details for curriculum in, so that in future if there is a requirement, whatever curricula she has added, she will map that to a job code. So the moment employee is hired without any manual intervention, because we have mapped the curricula to job code, automatically the moment employee is hired who is going to take that job code, all of the items will get and saved into his learning plan. So this is the feasibility which is given by the system. So that is why we are saying associate the curriculum to job code. We will see how we are doing that. Now coming to the terminology, when I was creating the curriculum, we had done all these. First we gave a title, we gave a creation date, we indicate the date which was created, system date, which is active domain as it is administrative ownership, who is having that authorization to create a curricula. Then comes type, we can give anything which is like whatever we have created as curriculum type. Curriculum type can be created under references in LMS system. So it had some of the drop downs within them, whether it is a certification, whatever it is. So we have selected as certification. Now basis date, I will clearly explain about basis date when we go into another chapter called period-based curriculum. Otherwise, it indicates the start date of your company's calendar. Use which calendar basis for items within the curriculum. That is the initial date. We can also take it as basis date. Coming to source companies, which coming was asking what is this company. If you see here, if this button is set, what more is hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Madhavi. It's audible.
No, it was completely. I think Manasa won. Okay. Yeah, Manasa. I think you something. No, actually, voice is breaking, Madhavi, in between. I couldn't hear completely. I mean, it is good. I will hear it. Okay. Yeah, this is what is happening from the beginning. Everybody's voice is breaking. Okay. So, coming to post incomplete, as I told, like, as a best practice, we always keep that button as unchecked. Why? Because if you see the description here that they have given, this text calculates that the curriculum status should be complete or incomplete based on users' latest attempt at completing any required item assigned to the curriculum. So, if any employee has completed any courses in the recently, if we select the course incomplete, its system will not take those courses which is completed by the user. It will say that this is incomplete. And once the effective date is also over, then it says curriculum overdue for so many days. So that is what will happen if we select this course incomplete. Coming to description, we will give the description of the curriculum, and then enable electronic signature is nothing but whoever is doing the recording of the course, saying that admin or instructor for the recording, saying that employee has attended this course. So after a recording, that item will go into employee's learning history, and even curriculum, say for 4 items, a curriculum is mapped, all 4 items that employee has completed, then even curriculum will show as successfully completed. For that to show as completed, either admin or administrator, admin or instructor to record. For that to come under learning history. For recording, there will be a PIN for e-signature. So the moment we enable this PIN as e-signature, whoever is doing recording, those people will be generating the PIN so that they will be able to get the signature in the certificate. That is only if we enable this, that will be active, otherwise we don't have to give e-signature. Now coming to the actual exercise part, they will purely like as what the status navigate to learning from to curricula entity, second admin, which is done already. So these are curricula ID type description, creation date will automatically come, domain, curriculum type, priority, and course incomplete. Coming to leave the course incomplete checkbox unchecked. When you select the course incomplete checkbox, the system calculates. The system calculates whether the status should be complete or incomplete based on the user's latest attempt. Okay, so once all this information has been given, we click on add button. So next, coming to next screen, as you have seen earlier, we had selected content, gone to edit button, and we created our item. We searched for our items, we selected those items, and then we have included them in the
Are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, see?
I am.
You can't see the screen, is it? Hello? Your voice is breaking, Pradeep. No, Marvi, we can see your screen, but the exact page what you are showing, that is not true.
We are in terminology screen. So enable electronic signature is the last slide.
Okay. Open more, the system is not refreshed, is it? I mean, I have gone ahead with the screen.
No, it is not refreshed.
Insignature होगा ना, है ना? Yes, the screens also you're not able to see.
Maybe probably we can continue on Monday. Everyone is
Okay, everybody say that, is it? What others say?
So Krishna is also leaving by 11 o'clock.
Please, you are there. Second? Okay, so others classes on Monday. I think Vinay told everybody that Saturday, Sunday there is no class, yes?
Yeah.
Madhavi, again, Madhavi? Hello? Yes, yes. Yeah, Madhavi, you are currently on any project or you are going to get assigned? Actually, our concern is if you get busy then it will be difficult to continue classes, right? I mean, you will not be able to take more classes, right? Sorry? I guess for you to get assigned to a project, it might take a month. Okay. Okay, so by then I will finish this. By then we will be able to complete our class. Okay, because me and the others sorry? Yeah, tell me. No, actually the concern was it's not us actually.
We can't hear you, Madhavi.
Actually, my voice is going after yours or some gap is there. You are hearing my voice later, and because of which I am hearing your voice late. So there is a problem in that. The reason why we said is Saturday we wanted classes because we fear that if you are getting assigned to a project, you may not first concern is that if you